So guys, got the photos done. Why is my face so red? Okay. People of the internet, welcome back to a new episode. Currently I'm in Santiago in Chile, and I'm gonna show you guys around. I'm gonna be here for a couple of days, so you know, enough time to explore the city, take some shots, and do some little videos. So yeah, let's see exactly what it has to offer. So guys, I've been in South America for a while, but here in Santiago you can definitely tell it's summer, you know, or late spring. We got the blooming trees, we got the perfect purple flowers in the trees, we got palm trees, you know, we got people eating ice cream. Yep, it's definitely 100% summer here. So right now we're in the Teatro, in the main plaza, and Plaza de Armas. And the Teatro is impressive, guys. Check this out. Check out how long the aisle is. It looks impressive from the outside, but it's actually more impressive on the inside. So right now, just exploring the area around the Plaza de Armas. You know, it looks like there's a lot of shopping centers. You know, a lot of ice cream shops, pastry shops, pretty much you name it, and it's here. You know, clothing. Yeah, from what I've seen, there's a lot of small businesses here. You know, a lot of people are selling a whole bunch of stuff on the street, you know, from lock pads to, you know, swimwear to sunglasses and shampoo. Actually, I was at the supermarket this morning and I got some food, and all around the supermarket, even though it's a Sunday, they had people selling, you know, cosmetics, you know, toys, balloons, people doing artwork, you know, portraits of people. It's quite fascinating to see a vibrant market like this. Another way of knowing it's summer is strawberries. Looks like the kilo is 1,200, which is around $1.50, almost $2. So it's actually not that bad. They have mangoes for 2,500 and blueberries for 2,000. So guys, you can see the Andes Mountains in the back. Most likely trying to get the panorama of the city from one of the hills all the way there in the back. I don't know if you guys can see it right now. There's like a little white statue. I can try to zoom in a little bit. Most likely that's a great vantage point to get a panorama of the city, you know. yeah. Look at that guy's doing some break dancing right near, right on the crosswalk. That's pretty crazy. No scare of card whatsoever. You know, we do see the sellers in Europe as well, in many of the big cities, but you know, here they're taking it to a different level. They're pretty much everywhere. Everyone's doing something, you know. I've been on 2 main streets so far, and then you know, everything I've seen on the side is just small sellers with shoes, clothing, electronics, makeup, and pretty much everything else I mentioned before. That's a pretty nice church right there. So from what I've seen so far, you can definitely say that Santiago is a little bit similar to many European cities. You know, you cannot compare it to Madrid, for example. You know, it doesn't have the same size, it doesn't have the same you know, cosmopolitan feel, but compared to the other cities that I've seen here in South America, La Paz, Cusco, you know, it can definitely be rated as the most European city that I've seen so far. You know, infrastructure-wise, you know, it's decently developed. I had no issues last night. By the way, yeah, last night I got here at midnight, and the transportation, there was still a bus going to the city center, you know, but I did take a shared cab, which pretty much fits around 7 or 8 people depending, and they will drop you off pretty much at your hotel. It was 7,000 pesos, Chilean pesos, from what I remember, which is an equivalent to 10 US dollars, 8.5 euros or so. Just quite decently. You know, I didn't have to carry my bag and anything, you know, at 1 when I got to my hotel, so that's always convenient. But yeah, it was a great commute from the airport. Highways are pretty good. I mean, not a lot of traffic at that hour, you know. I mean, there's quite a bit right now, but yeah, overall I was quite satisfied with the transportation that I got. A little bit expensive, you know, but of course Chile is expensive compared to the other countries that I visited in South America so far. It does have a lot of bike lanes as well. I'm on a bike lane right now. You guys may see sideways bikes as well. So you know, that's always good to see a city that offers bike lanes. You know, makes it easier. It's cost efficient. Makes it easier for people to move around. You know, supports the environment as well, and you know, that's always a plus. You know, and the most important one, you know, exercise, right? I try to go on a bike as much as I can, but you know, a lot of times I actually do prefer to walk somewhere. You know, one thing that I do have to point out that I've noticed even last night when I got in, and even today, there are a lot of Asian restaurants here, especially Chinese restaurants. You know, and if you're a fan of Asian food, that's always a plus. So far, I did not go anywhere. I did not eat at any restaurant. I just went to the supermarket, I got some yogurt and then some water and some bananas, and that was pretty much it. But this area of town is actually quite interesting. Look at the little restaurant that we have here, slash hostel, hotel, whatever. And then you got palm trees, you got a little park, and then you got the cosmopolitan area of town with a skyscraper. Yeah, it's quite well paved. And then you know, some classical building right here. Not sure exactly what it is. More, it could be an opera, it could be a theater, or who knows what else. But yeah, it's quite nice part of town. And another popular spot here in the city in Santiago is Santa Lucia Hill. It's just a small little hill located like pretty much in the city center. So yeah, a lot of people come here. I believe there are some buildings as well, and it's like a little park. But yeah, let's see exactly, and we'll go from there. So yeah guys, so I stopped for a second. The lady at the entrance was talking to me and I had no idea what she was saying. I think she said write your name down, you gotta register, but then there were like so many people backed up that she just let us go. But I'm gonna go back and show you kind of how the Santa Lucia little hill here looks like, and you know, how the views are. Like I said, it's like a little park, you know, it's arranged like a little park, you know, it has some really nice unique palm trees right here, and then some flower colorful trees. You know, it looks like people are just hanging out, taking a break out of their day, come and take some shade. But yeah, let's go a little bit more up and see exactly. As you can see, there are quite a few people enjoying their Sunday afternoon. And you can buy drinks and a whole bunch of other stuff. And there's a little mansion here, or, you know, big house, whatever you call it. From what I read on a little plate there, it looks like this had some military purposes. It was built in early 1800s. Ooh. Another step, almost fell down. But yeah, you gotta kind of have the vines here, and it has a really nice green look to it. And the little barrack mansion is surrounded by this nice path, full of shade, you know, ideal for people relaxing during their lunchtime, or, you know, in the evening when they come from work, or pretty much any time in the weekend, just to take a break from the heat. You know, right now they're around 29 Celsius, I believe. You know, this morning was around 8-9, and then it warmed up quite fast. You know, it's summer here, so, you know, or the beginning of summer. And as you can see right here, it looks like you can go all the way up. You know, the first entrance was blocked, but it looks like there's a special place arranged for you to go all the way up and view the city. So yeah, let's go into that. So here we are. We got almost to the top, and we got a decent view of Santiago. And on the left side, we got the tallest building in South America. And here on the right side, actually, I'm not sure exactly what the building has on it. From here, it looks like chairs, ladders, and I have no idea, a whole bunch of other crap. It's actually quite interesting. Check it out. So this is the view that you get all the way from the top. I feel like the other one was way better. So I just saw the tallest building in South America on the left side. Here it's covered by this humongous tree right here. But no, definitely got to go all the way up there to San Cristobal Hill, what it's called. There's a funicular that takes you there, or you can do an hour-and-a-half hike, but trying to see exactly. Most likely go for sunset as well, and see how the views are, and take some shots there tonight. Now let's see exactly what Santiago has to offer when it comes to food. I'm not gonna go anything super pricey or anything like that, but it'll be the first time I'll eat today, besides the little yogurt this morning. So hopefully I can find something that's actually delicious with some flavor, and you know, not that bland. You know, some of the foods that I tried in San Pedro de Atacama, the quesadilla, some of the tacos, you know, I was hoping they would be extremely delicious, similar to the Mexican ones, but unfortunately you kind of had to add some extra salsa, some extra salt, you know, in order to actually give it a quite decent taste. So yep, let's see exactly what we have. Looks quite interesting with the palm trees on the side. You know, you got this classical building here. You got a statue of Jesus overlooking the city or the avenue, either way. But yeah, it's quite fascinating. What do you guys think? So it seems like I entered the Santa Lucia hill from the back or something, or from the side, because it has a grand entrance here, just in front of this boulevard. So, you know, it has a really big facade, so it may or may not be part of the same building, but it's definitely part of the same complex. So yeah, let me show you guys. There you go. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? and a little bit less people than on the other side. Still searching for a place to eat. So far I could not find anything that was actually decent, more local flavor. It is Sunday, so a lot of places are closed. You know, hopefully you know, I may not have to go and buy food at the supermarket again, and you know, if that's the case, that's the case. You know, leave it for tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes. And this is how the subway looks like in Santiago. Looks fairly decent. We'll see how the interior is. It was quite loud, so waited for a sec. I'm going to try to get a panorama view of the city right now. I kind of gave up on food. I looked for a little bit and decided to just take the metro, go to my next destination, get the shots that I need, and then go and get some food. Hopefully, who knows? Maybe I'll have to go and rely on the supermarket again, like in many of my occasions. Decided not to walk all the way there since it's almost sunset, and decided to go with the funicular to get some views and then walk down. So let's see what we got. Yep, this is the reason why I skipped supper. I needed to get here to catch some shots of the awesome city. And this is not the best part yet. So guys, in the end I did decide to take the teleférico, the funicular, right? Teleférico is that. It was closed. I was not able to take the teleférico, but you know, right now this hill is huge. I'm gonna walk and try to find a really good spot and take some nice shots. It'll take a while in order to get in the right position that I want. There are a lot of trees here, as you can see, and I need to find something that's you know, quite open. That way I can put my tripod, get those nice twilight shots, and you know, hopefully get an awesome image. We have made it to the point that I was looking for. Check out the view of Santiago from here, guys. So yeah, this is San Cristobal mountain, hill, whatever you want to call it. The view is spectacular. Sunset time, an hour or so until full twilight. So we're just gonna hang around. So if you do come here, you do have to take the road down from the funicular and follow until you actually get a viewpoint where there's no trees, there's nothing blocking the view. So this is pretty much your final present. So guys, from what I've noticed here, this is a very popular spot for hiking, for running in the evening, you know, for cycling. There's so many people cycling at night right now. I'm just gonna kind of show you guys, you know, they're everywhere. Yeah, this is the main spot where you wait for sunset, and yeah, people are just up and down. It's quite remarkable, and in order to see them going uphill, it reminds me of my day in Valle de la Luna in San Pedro de Atacama. So got the photos done, heading back to the city. It got a little bit colder than I thought. I had to use my second long sleeve shirt, so yeah, whatever works sometimes, right? But heading down now, and it's gonna take a while, you know. The city Still illuminated, quite nice right now. Not sure exactly how long this will take. I did try to go to a shortcut, but it was not the best road. It was barely any rock. It was just dirt, and you know, I got my my sneakers on, and they're not that great. They're not in that prime condition they were last year when I used them for quite a bit. But you know, I think in about 30 minutes or so I should be able to reach down and go and grab something to eat. Again, 1 yogurt and 2 bananas the whole day. And I better be careful because there are plenty of cars coming this way. This is not a path for pedestrians, actually. You know, there's no sidewalk, there's no anything. It's just the road leading down, and you know, looking at how steep it is, you might take quite a bit in order to get down. Damn, I should have thought about this a little bit more. But oh well, it's part of the experience, guys. And as you can see, at night they just leave the telefericals just hanging. They don't do much with them. They don't store them or anything. I better move. Skateboarders are on their way here, but yeah, it's yeah, but they pretty much just leave them hanging there. It's a little bit loud. I gotta repeat myself a couple more times, but you guys got the point, right? They just leave them hanging. Anyway, still continuing my path down. It's pitch dark right now. Good thing there's a couple of lights here and there. Pretty sure there's another path, but you know, it's probably safer right now and easier right now to follow the road. Man, these people can go. Check him out. Woo! This is prime real estate for skateboarders. I was just walking by the river and I just saw this splendid view at night. You know, the river's kind of shabby, but overall I think it's quite nice to see the tallest building in South America just pointing to the sky with nothing else around it. You know, it's quite fascinating. You know, I mean, the river, you know, has a lot of catching to do in order to pick up on the Amazon River. You know, I mean, tallest building in South America, probably the lamest river in South America. But what do we have here? Teatro Oriente, Oriental Theater. Must be a theater dedicated specifically to Asia. Whoa, that bus came really close. Yep, a little bit too close, but yeah, by the way. Oh, anyway, yeah, the Oriental Theater. Quite unique, I would say. You know, I mean, it kind of makes sense with all the restaurants. You know, if they have Oriental Theater as well, they must definitely have a big Asian community in Santiago. A little note here, compared to other subway stations, metro systems, let's put it that way, this one is very warm. You know, it's very surprising. Just in case you wondered why I stopped talking, but no, but like I was saying, this is very warm. I got 2 shirts on me right now, just like it can be warm when I was upstairs, but now I spent probably a minute and a half down here, and I'm already starting to sweat. So, you'll now be able to hear me if I was to talk. The metro is moving, so yeah. Anyway, just a side note, parentheses, whatever you want to call it. I thought it was interesting. Never been to a metro station where you're actually sweating and not, you know, it's not warm outside or anything like that. But anyway, my metro's coming and better get going. You guys are probably wondering, you know, who in the hell gives up supper and lunch this time just because I woke up really late in order to go and get a decent shot, you know, in order to go and get that shot that you needed. Well, sometimes that's what you have to do, you know, in order to get your work done, because in the end, you know, I kind of treat this as my work, you know, as my baby, in order to make sure that I keep consistency. I gotta keep certain things tied to a knot, make sure I don't deviate, because you can deviate really fast, you know, like with anything else in life, you know. You get in a comfort zone, you know, complacement is poison. Well, anyway, just a little side note. And my quest for food continues. You know, yeah, it was quite stupid of me delaying. And again, 1 yogurt, 2 bananas. So yeah, I may have to break my my rule before traveling, which is the day before a long bus ride or the day before a flight, never eat anything that kind of looks exotic. And in this case, I may have to. You know, there's a couple of street vendors that, you know, they have some fried potatoes and some fried chicken and some fried bread, and that's probably the only reason I'm gonna break my rule for it, is because it's fried, you know. And if it involves frying, most likely a lot of the bacteria is destroyed, right? Conceptually, in theory, right? But nothing works in theory, only in practice. So yeah, this is the spot I was talking about. Has some fried chicken, fried potato, and fried pita bread or something like that. So throw a whole bunch of ketchup on it and mustard and call it a day. Okay guys, so that was actually pretty darn good. So I went and got seconds, and they gave me chicken breast, which was quite phenomenal for 1,500. You know, so I paid 3,000 for 2 chicken breasts and a few French fries.